We don't get to use the term hot Carl that much in medicine, but I had a patient who was forced into medical retirement after contracting a fungal sinus infection. And considering what he went through, it feels rather appropriate. This story has a happy ending, and I will tell you everything we did to help him get better, but first I need to tell you how he got the infection because this is one of my favorites. Here is his tongue before and after. I'll tell you what this means in a moment. I'm going to call the patient Jack. That wasn't the name he gave me. We never use patients' real names when telling their stories, but in this case, I don't actually know what his real name was. You see, Jack got the sinus infection that forced him into medical retirement while he was working as a CIA agent in Bangkok.
He's an American agent, CIA.
He was following someone on foot when the Mark went into a restaurant. My patient thought this guy was trying to evade him through an alleyway in the back, so he went around and hid by the kitchen entrance underneath an air conditioning unit. If you know much about mold illness, you may know where I'm about to go with this story. The AC unit's exhaust was blowing right onto my patient's head, and he said he will never in his life forget the smell that came out of the thing.
They smell so bad.
It was not just mold. It was the smell that would happen if you put rotting fish, dog farts, and blue cheese in a Trackstar sock on a hot day and wrapped the whole package under your nose with a loop of saran wrap.
Yeah.
And he waited underneath it for a good long time before he realized his Mark wasn't coming out that way. When Jack got back to his base of operations, he felt like he'd just caught a hot, stinky cold. A little stuffy, a little headache, mostly just annoyed. But unlike a cold, this didn't get better in a few days, it got worse. The stuffiness became a constant headache, facial numbness, dizziness and ringing in the ears, and he lost his ability to sweat. He started to have cognitive difficulties from this and eventually was forced to retire. Before he came to see me, he'd been assessed by top doctors in every field. ENT, allergist, infectious disease, and neurology all threw their hands in the air and said,
Fortunately, there's nothing we can do about it.
But when he told me his story, it reminded me of the story of a 2,000-year-old medicine called the minor blue-green dragon decoction. The story of the blue-green dragon is that it lives in billowing ocean waves and is responsible for generating clouds and then seeding them to produce rain. This formula liquidates stuck fluids that have congealed into phlegm in the sinuses and produces sweating to release them like rain from the clouds. Modern science has also shown it contains herbs like ephedra, pinellia, cinnamon, ginger, and asarum, which are some of the strongest substances nature has given us to bust up fungal biofilms, slay infectious molds, and warm the body to produce a therapeutic sweat.
I'm sweating now.
I had Jack drink this for 2 weeks, and each day asked him to also gently inhale the steam from a special broth made of other aromatic and antifungal herbs. You cannot buy blue-green dragon decoction online, by the way. There are formulas available under this name, but because of FDA restrictions, they will not contain the active ingredients of asarum and ephedra. Those must be used only under professional supervision. In Jack's first tongue photo, you can see a mottled color to the tip of the tongue. As we've discussed before, the tip of the tongue represents structures in the head, and this mottling is from a dysregulated supply of blood, fluids, and gases. Fungus loves moisture, and when it inoculates human tissues, it can terraform the mucosal lining of the sinuses to create an environment where the immune system has a very hard time getting rid of it. The white stringy deposits here are mirrored in the white stringy fungal phlegm that Jack started expectorating when he took his herbs. In the follow-up photo from 2 weeks later, you can clearly see that the color of the tongue is now almost completely uniform. Along with this, Jack experienced increased mental clarity and clear breathing for the first time in decades.